Hey guys, welcome back to Log Cabin Firewood. So hey, my name is Jack, and today I am standing on a mountain of wood, and I need your help. So stick around, I'll let you know how you can. So hey guys, once again I am at the Hope Haven, or the Hope House as some of us have come to call it. So HOPE is help with oncology problems and emotional support. Now HOPE is a nonprofit charity organization that gives back to cancer patients and their direct family members, dealing with just the mess that cancer brings to anyone involved with it. So one of the ways HOPE helps fund some of the things they do for folks is they sell firewood. And annually, us, the Woodhounds, come together and we get all this busted up and split up and piled so that they can sell it to help offset some of the costs that they incur. You can still see a pile here from last year. I believe Eddie actually came up from North Carolina with his split force, or whatever that one splitter is, the vertical splitter that you can stand on and drive around. Super cool machine. He came up and finished this for us. But there's a bunch of split stuff here that needs split smaller. This is normally what we show up with every year. And as you can see, there are still a bunch of rounds here that are cut already that just need to be processed. But if you're noticing anything different this year, there is a massive load of logs. So the reason we have a bunch of logs this year is that we reached out to a bunch of manufacturers within the community, and we have a couple firewood processors coming. The manufacturers agreed. They said, hey, we'd love to come help out, and we're gonna bring something to help you too. So that's gonna be awesome to see, the community support. So there's a lot more logs here this year. This will be the third firewood event that we have put together for HOPE. So this will be held on Friday, September 12th, 2025, here in Stewartstown, Pennsylvania. We are asking for your help. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean you have to have a commercial splitter. This doesn't mean you have to have anything to show up with. You can simply show up with some hearing protection, a pair of gloves, and you could simply just come and hang out with us. We are going to need people to help move rounds as we get them, as we start working our way towards the woods with the splitters. The wood is going to become farther and farther away from the splitters, so that will be a good way to help out if you don't have equipment or you don't feel like hauling it from wherever you hail from. Last year we had over 30 volunteers from all over the country show up, and they brought their splitters, they brought their friends, they brought their families, and we got pretty much everything knocked out last year. If I could find some video footage, I'll come back and I'll show you the mountain that we produced in under 5 hours. I mean, this is just a good time to give back. And for HOPE, giving back to so many people that they provide benefits to, this is just something simple that we can do to give back to them. So HOPE is important to me not only because I've had cancer directly affect me and my family. The first year we were up here, my stepdad, he was undergoing a treatment to remove a melanoma spot on his foot. Now, melanoma is a skin cancer, and it's often caused from the big guy up in the sky here, from sun. I really don't know what else causes it. I just, I closely associate melanoma with sun poisoning and sun cancer. But they took that off of him the first day we were up here. And then the second year he was undergoing another surgery, getting another tumor removed from him. The cancer had just started spreading rapidly. And then sadly this past year, right before Christmas, we lost him. And it's part of life. We're all going to deal with things and the losses of our loved ones, but it's especially hard for me to see my mom go through this. That man was her rock. My mom's a tough SOB, and I mean that with all due respect, Mom. But seeing her lose her best friend that, she created a life with, and creating plans and looking forward to the future with somebody that's no longer here, it hurts my feelings for anybody and everybody going through this. Cancer just sucks, man. It's horrible. It's horrible that there's things that exist that take our loved ones away so fast that, I don't know. Just tomorrow's not promised, and it's nice that we can try and give back while we're here to somebody that might be in need or going through something emotionally. Hope does have a lot of resources to where you can get a hold of them and they can provide you with counselors. They can sit there and talk to you themselves on the phone. I know Miss Barb and Ed that run this place, they have spent hours on the phone with people, talking about, what they're going through and some of the things that they can do to help. And, in a time of need, sometimes that's all you need is an ear. You just need somebody to talk to, and Hope does, have the resources to help you when you're in need. So last year, after I went to the Hoosier Firewood hysteria, I picked up on a lot of things that Mike from K&L and that whole 765 crew put together out there. Last year I organized dump trailers showing up. We had a lot more dump trailers where we set several splitters up that we were just hand tossing into the trailers and then taking it and dumping it somewhere else. It really streamlined the process. This year I'm asking for the same thing. If you have a dump trailer, please bring it. If you have a machine, it doesn't have to be a commercial machine. And this is not a brand specific event. Please understand, this is not about us at all. This is about giving back to Hope and what they do. This isn't about a YouTube video. This isn't about making YouTube gold or the publicity from this. There's gonna be videos made, but it's just documenting the day. This is not something that we're trying to benefit off of as creators. Please understand that. Everything we do, 100% goes back to this organization. The time, the fuel, the labor, the travel, the day off work, using our vacation time to come here. It's all our way of giving back. This isn't anything about gain for us, so please understand that as well. So this year, with us having several processors lined up, we are asking if anybody has a skid loader with a grapple, or even a tractor that is capable of lifting, one log at a time, to load the in-feed table on these processors, please reach out to me, logcabinfirewood83@gmail.com. Let me know if you could help us out. I could probably have a couple cans of fuel here to, replenish people's diesel fuel or whatever. But other than this, we're asking for donations if anybody would be able to bring a skid loader for us for the day. So we do have a very generous man coming out of North Carolina that also wants to try and get a skid loader rented and brought up here. But after looking at the fees the local rental company wants to charge us, that's a ton of money. So that's why I'm asking if anybody has a skid loader that could possibly help us load these live decks on the processors. It would be greatly appreciated. Again, this is just, if you have something cool, if not, no worries, we'll make it happen. I'm gonna reach out to a couple people locally. I've got some family with some equipment. I'm pretty sure I can borrow a skid loader, but I'd like to have two here since there's gonna be multiple processors. It would just aid in the streamlined process of us attacking all this with a vengeance and getting as much done as in a very short amount of time. So there are a few hotels in the area. The closest location that would have hotels around here would be York, Pennsylvania. I think there might be one hotel actually located in Stewartstown, which is literally right here. Like, we are right on the line between Stewartstown and York here. So it's less than 15 minutes away if you guys want to travel and stay here for a couple days and hang out or whatever. But the event is Friday, September 12th, 2025. Probably going to start about sun up. I know Ken from York Firewood, he likes to do a breakfast a lot of times, but people that are traveling, people that are coming up here, they want to get started right away. Lunch will be provided. The Hope House has organizers that have given us a great meal the past 2 years that we have been here, and it's all volunteer driven. We're gonna have a little tip jar there if you guys want to donate something to them for doing the lunch. Again, it doesn't go to them, it goes to Hope. We're going to have an on-site raffle. I'm sorry guys, this isn't a raffle where I can have something mailed to you or you can participate on here. You got to be on site. Immediately following the Hoosier Firewood hysteria, I talked to Mike from K&L and I said, hey man, I want to set up a raffle this year similar to how you do it here. And I'm going to reach out to a lot of the same vendors that you do. Do you see any problem with that? And I asked him for help. And he was very generous and said, you know, this is how I do it, and this is how you could approach somebody. You know, I'm not the best at approaching people and asking for something. I rarely ask anybody for anything ever. I am very self-sufficient. I have prided myself in that over the past 42 years of existence. Maybe some people will call that stubbornness. You know, me, it's just, how I am. I reached out to dozens of vendors right away, preceding the Hoosier Firewood hysteria, and 90% of them responded right away. And like I said, this is not a brand specific event. I run Easton Made equipment. I will probably always run Easton Made equipment. That's where my money's always going to go, is to that company. Andrew Easton was the first person to reply to me. Now, and I am on a very, friendly basis with Andrew. I have a direct line of contact to him through his personal phone number. I sent the email to the company, because this isn't about Jack. This isn't about Log Cabin Firewood. This is about us organizers at H.O.P.E trying to give back to H.O.P.E. And I wanted to make my emails a little bit more professional and heartfelt to let you know that, hey, this is what we're doing. I'm not asking you for something free. I'm asking you for something of you to give back to the community. And that's what's great about all these manufacturers. Even Wolfridge, they have prior obligations. I asked them to be here. They've got another show that weekend. I'm good friends with Bob and Chris. Like, I have a direct line of communication with them as well. I love everybody. But they said, hey, we're not going to be able to make it, but we're going to send you a box of goodies. There were several manufacturers that are going to be at that other same show that Wolfridge is going to be at that weekend. But, it's great that, and as an end user of a product, I'm able to reach out to a company and say, hey, look, this is what we're using your equipment at and for. Would you be able to give back a little bit? And surprisingly, and I don't mean surprisingly, because everybody has good hearts in this community. Everybody's a good blue collar, just hard worker, and we're all about giving back. But everybody responded very well to my emails. Like I said, 90% of them responded, and the few that haven't, I'm going to reach back out here soon. And I wanted to start early so that people could get a feel for what H.O.P.E is and see if they even wanted to donate. I keep rambling, man. I'm really excited about this event. Like, I really do just enjoy being here and seeing each other and seeing all this stuff get done for somebody else that's not benefiting us. It just feels good to give back. But it's great to see all the support from the manufacturers, especially, I believe it's Dyna and Easton Made that are sending some processors out here. Ken Anderson, this is actually Ken's event, but this year he asked me and Will Wolcott to plan something. He asked me to directly be a part of the raffle, and then Will Wolcott, he's Mr. Spreadsheet master. He created some Google Docs and sent them right over to me. He told me to download an app, and everything's on there live time. Like, I can see him typing while he's seeing me type. So we're keeping track of raffle items. We're keeping track of the vendors that are bringing things. If you could send me an email at logcabinfirewood83 and let me know if you plan on attending. And if you're going to bring something, a donation to the raffle, doesn't have to be firewood related. I tried to get the raffle items to be firewood related, since that's what we're doing. But like my mom, she's donating it's like a shooter basket, like a shot glass or a mixed shooter jello shot basket. I don't know. So if you wanted to donate something along the lines of that, there's more than one way you could donate to that raffle. And also, if you can't make it to H.O.P.E, there is a spot on hopelifeline.org. I'll put that right here. And then there's also going to be a link in the description of this video. So just click on that and you'll be able to find it. There's a spot on there where you can make donations if you're not able to attend and you felt the need to. It's not necessary, guys. You know me, like I just said, I don't like asking anybody for anything, but it is a good cause, and everything we're doing is going right back to H.O.P.E. H.O.P.E is also a retreat for patients and their family members. If they are having just a tough time, they can come up here for a weekend or a week free of charge and crash this pad. They've got a nice swimming pool. There's trails going through the woods. This house is beautiful. But during COVID, H.O.P.E sold firewood to keep the lights on this place and to, keep property taxes up to date. COVID was tough on all of us, financially and, mentally. And H.O.P.E was here for all of their patients and people in need, and they took care of what they needed to take care of. So that's why we're here trying to take care of them too. But hopefully I can make some sense of this video. I'm kind of just walking around aimlessly, talking from the heart. I don't really have anything scripted. I really just came up here off the cuff to kind of tell you what's going on and why and how. And if you've watched any of our videos the past couple years, you know we've all came up here and we all enjoy doing this and giving back. But hotels in York, Pennsylvania, if I can find a couple, maybe I'll throw them in the description as well. If you do plan on attending, please shoot me an email, logcabinfirewood83@gmail.com. Just let me know if you plan on attending so we can have an approximate head count of who's coming. Like I said, Will has hooked us up with some spreadsheets to try and keep track of everything this year. So we could give thanks a little bit better to the people that do show up. There is a lot of documentation on here, on the tube, of people being here and shooting videos from here, but it's hard to keep track when so much happens so fast in one day. And also, if you guys know anybody in the area, or if you can share these videos that several of us are going to be putting out here in the next couple weeks, that would really, really help us out. You know, let's spread the word about this Splitting Firewood for Hope event, and see if we can't make this year bigger and better than last year. Come one, come all. Like I said, this is not a brand specific event. If you have a Yard Max or a Troy built 27 ton, or you have a Big Blue Ox or an Easton Made or a Wolf Ridge or a Split Fire or whatever you have, and you want to come here and participate, you are welcome. Please understand that this is not a brand specific thing. We all like what we like. We all use what we use to give back when we can. Hopefully I can make some sense of this video, guys. I'm just kind of speaking off the cuff, you know, from the heart, letting you know about this event coming up September 12th, 2025. I hope to see you here. If not, I hope to see you in the comments, and take care of each other. I say that every video. I try to take care of everyone around me. I will catch you on the next one.